All right, so today we are continuing with section 3.1 and we're going to learn about synthetic division. So, synthetic division is what is going to allow us to pull out factors of our polynomial. Right, so in the previous video, we learned how to find all of our possible zeros or our possible factors. We learned how to check and see if it is a factor, but now we need to learn how to remove that factor and factor that piece out of our polynomial to shrink it down to something that we can work with more easily. So let's say, for example, we wanted to divide x plus 2 into this. So we have this polynomial here. So let's say x to the fourth minus x to the third minus 7x squared plus x plus 6. And let's say that we know that, let me move that over actually. And we know that x plus 2 is a factor of that. So basically, we're going to divide x plus 2 into that long polynomial. Now, we could use our old polynomial long division method that I know you all love so much. Actually, I know you don't love it. But when we've got a binomial, right, so this has two terms, right, and it's linear, so there's no exponents here, we can use a method called synthetic division to divide it out a lot more easily. So the first step is we're going to take this number right here. We're going to change the sign, and we're going to put it in a little box just kind of like this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring down all of our coefficients from our long polynomial, right? So remember, coefficients, if there's not a number there, you can put your invisible ones. And we're just going to bring those down. So we have a 1, then a -1, -7. Make sure and keep those signs. A +1 and a +6. All right, we're going to leave a gap and we're going to put a line underneath. So, change the sign of this, put it in a box. Bring down your coefficients, leave a space, put a line under it. That's how you set it up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to bring down that first number. So that we're going to bring down that 1. Then we're going to take our 1, we're going to multiply it by -2. So 1 times -2 is -2. And then we're going to put that number above our line over here. Right? So then we're going to add these two numbers together. So -1 plus -2 is -3. Right, so then this number that's below the line, we're going to multiply it by what's in the box. So -3 times -2 is +6, and that's going to go right here. Right, then we add. So -7 plus 6 is -1. Right, again, if it's below the line, you multiply it by what's in the green box. So -1 times -2 is +2. Then we add, right, we're above the line, we're going to add them together. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Then we multiply by -2, so 6 times -2. 3 times -2 is -6, and -6 minus 6 is, I should have done that in blue. -6 minus 6 is 0. Right? So that's basically it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So now that we have that, we can write our polynomial as we're just going to bring down our x plus 2 factor that we started with. And then for this part, we're going to start one power lower than our original highest. So we had x to the fourth. So now we're going to just put in, we're going to do x to the third, x squared, x, no variable, and then this just drops off. So again, so we have 1x to the third minus 3x squared minus x plus 3. That's our answer. Okay, so let's go through how I did this again. You just start with the second highest power. So x to the fourth was the highest. So we start with x to the third and you just work your way down. All right, let's do another example. All right, so we're going to, again, this is how the directions are going to be on your homework. So it's going to say remove the factor, and it'll give you the factor from the polynomial using synthetic division. So the factor is, x minus 1. So that means a positive 1 is going to go in our box, right? We change that sign. Then we bring down our coefficients. So the coefficient of x to the 4th is 1. The coefficient of 2x to the 3rd is a positive 2. Then a minus 7, a minus 8, and a plus 12. We're going to put our line here. And remember, we start by bringing down the 1. And then we do the 1 below the line times the 1 in the green box to get another 1 here. Then we add. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Right, and then we do 3 times the green 1 in the box to get 3. Then we add. Negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. Then negative 4 times the 1 in the box is negative 4. Negative 8 plus negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 times the green 1 in the box is negative 12. Then we get a 0. So then to write our final answer, we have our x minus 1 that we were given at the beginning. And then we start with our second highest power. So it's going to be x to the 3rd. So it's 1x to the 3rd plus 3x squared minus 4x minus 12. And again, that 0 is just going to drop off. All right, so this one's a little bit different. Again, since we're removing x plus 2, we're still going to put a negative 2 in our box, and then we're going to write our coefficients. But where this one goes from x to the 4th to x squared to 4, we need to fill in like placeholders for that x to the 3rd that's missing between these two and the x term that's missing here. So those will just become 0. So we have 1x to the 4th. There's no x cubed. Negative 3x squared, there is no x, minus 4. So it's important that you fill in these zeros because if not, you're not going to get the correct answer. And then we follow our same process where we bring down our first number, which is a 1. So 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 0 plus negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Negative 3 plus 4 is 1. 1 times the green negative 2 is negative 2. 0 plus negative 2 is negative 2. Then negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. And then negative 4 plus 4 is 0. And then again, to write our final answer, we bring down our original x plus 2. And then we start with the second lowest power, which in this case is technically x to the 3rd, right? So you always start 1 below this right here. So it's 1x to the 3rd minus 2x squared plus 1x minus 2. All right, so this wraps up this video. This should give you all the information you need to complete this next part of your homework.